My anxiety had me convinced my entire life was happening inside my head. You know, like I didn't do much because I was just overthinking everything. So I started giving myself random side quests just to see if, you know, anything would actually happen. And turns out it did. Hi, I'm Christina and I want to make my life more fun. Hi, I'm Christina. I'm so happy that you're here. Welcome. I hope you're cozy. Ask yourself, can I do one thing that will make it a bit more cozy for me than do that? I'm 28 years old and the number one thing that holds me back from doing all the fun things, from living my life the way I want to live my life, is my fear of embarrassing myself, of being judged, of not being liked. But I think they all kind of go under the roof of I am scared that I embarrass myself. But you know, I want to do so many cool things in my life, you know, and I'm turning 29 actually tomorrow, and it freaks me the shit out that I haven't done so many things that I wanted to do just because I was too scared what other people might think about me. That's not how I want to live my life anymore. So I started doing side quests like a month ago, and it's been really fun. We danced, we painted, we've done a lot of cool things already. And while I did those side quests, a lot of embarrassing things happened. I need to normalize being embarrassed. Now, the sooner I get over my fear of doing something embarrassing, that the life goes on, I will be fine, the better. So I brought today a few embarrassing moments that I experienced during my side quests in the last weeks. And we're gonna rate them together, how embarrassing they really are. And maybe if it's actually not a problem at all if we embarrass ourselves, because nobody actually gives a shit and we should just get out of our own head. Maybe we'll find out. Maybe we're gonna learn something from this. I don't know. Okay, first embarrassing thing that occurred was in a dance class. So look, I gave myself the rule to just try out new things. I don't really have any hobbies, nothing ever really stuck with me growing up. So I went to a advanced contemporary dance class. Apparently I feel really confident in that moment when I booked it because I'm very much not advanced. So in the beginning it was fine, we did some warm-up and then we started learning a choreography, and then came the unavoidable moment that I tried to block out of my memory from when I went to dance classes when I was a teenager, when you get split into groups and then one group dances the choreography and another group watches them dance the choreography. And I was just like, you know, we grew so much in the last weeks, we can do this. So I started to dance in my group. I completely forgot the steps. We're like 10 seconds in and I completely forgot the steps. Let me show you. I was literally standing like this for a good, it felt like forever, but realistically I think it was like 3 seconds. Everybody was like, you know, dancing around me. I was just standing like this. It was very bad. So I would have rated this a good 20 out of 10 embarrassment. But then my brain came back and I just tried it again and it was fine. I don't even think a lot of people noticed because everybody was so wound up in, you know, themselves dancing and themselves trying to remember the choreography. Or the people who were not dancing were like busy practicing the choreography. That was a healing experience. What could have happened in the downfall of my confidence turned out to be not too bad after all. Okay. This one hurts saying out loud. So as you know, I think I mentioned it in last week's video, I want to start writing articles on Substack. I had Carrie Bradshaw in my mind. She writes in front of her window. She just writes what's on her mind. That was kind of my inspiration. I made like a really cute like setup at my window, wrote some articles. It was all great. I saw a great future when it comes to writing. And then the day came when I had to publish my first articles and they didn't get any response, let's say. And I don't know about you, but like when you put yourself out there and then like nobody either sees it, nobody wants to see it, nobody sees it, and it's like, oh, it's so painful because like it's there, you know, like everybody sees that nobody liked it. I can actually show you. It even got 7 likes. Come on, this is my career now. But in the end, again, did somebody stop me in the middle of the stream, be like, oh my god, Christina, by the way, I saw your article that, you know, got 0 likes. You should feel sorry for yourself. Nobody said that. In the end, again, nobody cared. In the end, also, I didn't care. I was like, you know, yeah, I'm just starting, you know, it was the first article I write. I learned a new skill. I practiced my storytelling skills. And you know, it can only go up from here. Next. I got my hair highlighted. I really liked it. So I went home from the hairdresser through a park and I wanted to make some beautiful aesthetic content of me frolicking through the park. But there was nowhere to put my phone and I was alone. So I took all my courage, everything that's in me, and I asked a stranger if they can quickly film me. And they were so up for it. They were like, yes, sure what angle do you want. In the end, I would rate this a 0 out of 10 embarrassment. I in the end got what I wanted, this beautiful shot. Now I see how much is possible when you just ask people for what you want and you just do what you want. Okay, next. So I told you I ordered some secondhand books, you know, some classic books, Jane Austen, Virginia Woolf. I haven't read most of those classic books, and there's like nothing objectively embarrassing about that, but I felt embarrassed by my lack of knowledge in this area. Now I feel like I want to just expose myself to as many things as I can and just see what inspires me, like what triggers an idea. I started reading my first classic book. It took me a good while to be like, oh, that's what she means. But now we're like this. Now I'm like, I get it. Like admitting that you don't know things and you would like to know them. I think that's the coolest thing to do, actually. It's not embarrassing at all. I like that. So, not embarrassing at all. This one has become now a regular in my life. It's much warmer, it's much brighter, it's really nice outside, so I like to eat lunch outside. I don't know if this is a personal thing or if you can relate to this, but there's something so humiliating about eating alone outside. It's so weird. Like I can sit alone, read a book, totally fine. But then me sitting in a restaurant alone, that feels so humiliating for some reason. I'm like, why? This is actually such a cool move to be like, yo, I'm hungry. I'm just gonna get myself some nice meal in a restaurant. Even when I'm alone, you know, I deserve to have a good lunch. So I've been doing this a lot, that I just sat outside and had lunch alone, like in the park mainly. I don't think anybody cares. I don't think anybody notices. And even if they do, and at this point I'm very confident and I'm like, that's fine. If somebody judges me for me eating in the sun, then I'm fine with that. And that's beautiful. But I don't think it's embarrassing. Okay. Last, but by no means least, I filmed this very situation actually in my last week's vlog myself. Let me paint you the picture. I took myself to a museum after work. I took it upon me that I want to make my evenings a bit more fun, because how I spend my evenings is mainly just sitting at home, being on my phone, watching something. Walked around the museum, I really liked it, I felt really inspired. So I had the random urge to write an inspiring quote on a sticky note and stick it to the bathroom mirror in the museum. I don't know why, but I want to follow more my intuition and my ideas, so I did it. Afterwards, I was really cringing at myself. I was like, Christina, why did you do that? You know, in the end, I thought, if I can make one person smile or like feel somewhat inspired from that sticky note, it was worth all the embarrassment. So this one, maybe we can still have a 6 out of 10 even afterwards. When I think back to that, I still feel a bit icky at myself. Anyway, this is everything that I remember, at least, that has been rather embarrassing, but turned out to be fine, because honestly nobody cares. I don't think anybody cares as much as we think we do. If they do, if somebody judges you, it's not about you. That's also what I realized. Like, you can do one thing and one person thinks that's so cringe, oh my god, why is she doing that? And another person is like, no, I think that's really cool, like she's my role model. People just see you through their own lens. But you know, hey, we're doing side quests every week, so maybe I come with some new ones in a couple of weeks again. Until then, we continue doing side quests. What I have planned for next week, I want to make myself a curiosity map. I saw that on Substack, setting up like a plan where they focus on a specific thing each month. So you don't need to like commit to something for like the rest of your life. Not just like 1 month could be like English literature, fashion design in the early 2000s. I don't know. Dive into it, you read about it, and okay, these are silly to show you. 1 second. I was at my parents' house over Easter. We went through the basement and we found some old digital cameras. It's like a little flippy thing, and I want to make it a side quest to just try out my digital cameras and then print out pictures with it. How fun! I'm so excited. This is what I want to do next week. So yeah. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today again. I really do appreciate you being here, and I hope you're doing well. I speak to you in a couple of days. Okay, love you, bye!